Alright, math fans, last lesson before the test. This is test 7, lesson 6, so if your swords are ready, let's go. Our objectives for today are to match expressions to number clues, to find the lowest common multiple, and to work with integers on a number line. And we'll start by matching expressions to number clues. So here's a clue. If you multiply me by 3 and subtract 2, I am equal to 34. The first thing I'm going to do is assign me a letter or a variable, because that's my variable. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to call it r. So next, what do I have to do to r? I have to multiply it by 3. I can write that as 3r, and then I have to subtract 2, and it will equal 34. That's my expression to match the clue. I don't even need to solve it right now. I'm just looking to write expressions that will match the clues. So here's another one. If you add me to 7 and divide the result by 3, I am equivalent to 3. So if you add me to 7, so I'll use L to represent my number, add it to 7, and divide by 3, it will equal 3. Now the only problem is that because of order of operations, if I leave my expression like this, I'll have to do this part first. But I don't want to do that because it specifically says you have to divide the result by 3. So to show that I need to do the addition first, I'm going to put brackets in there. Now if I go to do that problem, I know I have to do L plus 7 first, then divide it by 3, and the answer will be 3. So here's another number clue. If you subtract me from 12 and multiply me by 6, I equal 30. Pause the video here and see if you can write an equation to match that clue. So here's what your equation should have looked like. 12 take away n times 6 equals 30. And again, I put 12 take away n in brackets just to show that I have to do that part first. And that's all there really is to writing expressions to match number clues. You just have to read it carefully, pick a letter to represent your variable, and then sub in the rest of the information. So since we can do that, easy peasy, let's move on to finding the LCM, which stands for lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple is the smallest multiple common to a set of numbers. So for example, I have a set of numbers that is 3, 5, and 6, and I want to find the lowest multiple that they all have in common, or the same. So I've written out here the multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, the multiples of 5, and the multiples of 6. The smallest one that shows up in every single list is 30. That's the smallest number that is in every list. There are smaller numbers, but they aren't in everyone's list. And there might be bigger numbers that would work for all of them, but I want the lowest common multiple. So that's one way that I can find my answer. I can list out all the multiples for all the numbers and look for the one that is common to all of them. An easier way is to find the multiples of the biggest number and see if they can be divided by the others. So for example, here I have what is the lowest common multiple of 5 and 12. 12 is bigger, so I'm going to start with multiples of 12. The first one is 12. 12 can't be divided by 5. 24 cannot be divided by 5. 36 cannot be divided by 5. 48 cannot be divided by 5. 60 can. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 12 is 60. So again, here's one you can try by yourself. Pause the video here and see if you can figure out the lowest common multiple of 4 and 8. This one's a bit tricky because when you start, we'll start with 8 because that's the biggest number. The first multiple of 8 is 8, and that actually is a multiple of 4. So the lowest common multiple of 4 and 8 is actually 8. So those are two pretty simple things, and here's a review on them. I know I said we have 3 objectives today, and we do, but the third one is a website. So what I'll get you to do now is pause the video here and do these 2 review questions. And once you have the review questions done, unpause the video and we'll do the final objective quickly. So our third objective is to work with integers on a number line. And to do that, I have a really quick activity for you. It's Spy Guys again. So you're going to go to www.tinyurl.com/spyguysintegers. If you go there, you will find a short lesson to do, so go through that. And that is it. We're done for today. We're done for Test 7. I will see you tomorrow.